Ivy League schedule. So they've got it. This is a must-win game for both teams if they want to make it into the Ivy League tournament and keep their chances alive for an NCAA bid.
Looks like we're just about ready to roll. In goal for the Harvard Crimson is the 6'3", 210 senior from nearby Westchester, Kyle Mullen, who has a .518 save percentage. And for Penn, the 6'1", 190 senior from Madison, Connecticut, Patrick Birkinshaw, who has a .538 save percentage. We are underway, and Harvard is in the black, Penn is in the white, and the Crimson will start things off. Intriguing to see how both of these teams start off this game. Feeling out process, or will it be, run and gun to try to get, again, talking about it being a must-win situation. Which team will kind of bend, which will break? As driving in here is Owen Gaffney. He'll toss it back to X. Still plenty of time to shoot here as Sam Kingfisher moves around, takes a shot, kicked away by Birkinshaw, and the ground ball picked up by Penn.
Patrick Birkinshaw picking up right where he left off last week with a great effort in a loss to Brown, but he played fantastic. And, Harvard taking a shot pretty early in the shot clock there, which they haven't done a lot of this year in watching them, watching their previous games. So I think we'll see a lot of hustle out of both teams. Every ground ball, every 50-50 ball especially, Tom, is going to be very important in this game. Possession is huge.
Trying to jump his way free on the far side for Hanley. Couple of late midi changes here. Moving up here is Jack Schultz. Now to the outside for Bedard. And two back at X, eventually settling for Cam Rubin. Trying to extend the defensive middies. Not really paying too much attention to the players back at X. Can't score from back there, but you certainly want to keep an eye as Hanley gets free. Now into a double team. Ball down. As it comes to the near side, and it'll be taken over by the Crimson. Oh, nice little move there by Chase Yeager to get free.
Chase Yeager is an effort guy, short stick midi D for Harvard, and
an absolute rocket there. But again, allowed to move in deep into the old school restraining box, but not the highest quality of shot.
Not a good shot at all.
Now an opportunity for the long stick, and it just trickles free, but it is covered up by Mullen. This has an indoor feel to it all of a sudden. Back and forth we go.
Back-to-back poor shot selection by both teams there. Penn would have been better off moving that ball, taking their time, and setting up the offense, which is what Harvard will do now.
So everything does kind of settle down. I'm sure the coaches on either side are right. All right, guys, calm down. As he goes up the alley and goes back behind the cage. And trying to use every second here, Sam King. Forced back behind. Tries the near side for Matronic. He cradles to the outside, back behind the cage, no cutters.
Matronic is a crafty Western Canadian player from British Columbia.
Good shove to the outside there by Jack Schultz, the defenseman. Olmert trying to sweep his way free, can't do it. 25 to shoot for the Crimson. Things starting to get tighter to the crease, but
great defense. Brendan Lavelle, rightfully so, a midseason All-American candidate.
Oh, good look there and a save by Birkinshaw. That'll be kicked towards the far side sideline. And it goes out of play. And it will be Harvard possession. So they'll get a fresh 60. Might have been a bit of a
push without possession, yeah.
Either way, again, Harvard controls. Still scoreless, 11:45 to go in the first. Charlie Olmert out of the Severn School. Isaiah Dawson looking for room on the far side, spins to his left. Nothing there, drops it back. Trying these running starts. Nice spin move there, but getting tripped up a bit. Perry tosses it back up. Now the sweep, gets hands free, fires, and it's blocked out in front. Looks like it hit his teammate and Hayden Cheek. But they do reset the shot clock, so maybe it did get free.
Yeah, it definitely got through to Birkinshaw there. Birkinshaw seeing the ball very well. Hang on, they actually may be saying it didn't get all the way through. That's probably what the referees are. So you may have the eyes of a referee, Tom, because it looked to me like it got through to Birkinshaw.
But they're definitely closer than we are.
Yeah, so they're setting the clock back down to the shot clock is now at 23, which means it did not get to Birkinshaw. So you're winning 1-0, Tom. I'll keep those stats for us.
Well, the officials still kind of talking things over and working it all out.
Yeah, this is a new part of the game. You know, with the shot clock is a couple years in, but now that it's resetting, similar to the way it does in basketball and other sports, you need somebody that can reset it. So here it's a manual rundown to 18 seconds. So Harvard's got 18.
Not a lot of time for Sam King as he goes back behind the cage.
Now this Penn defense, that's a great play. He didn't get the ball, but look at the double. Ball's loose.
Especially late in the shot clock.
Calling a hold on Penn. So 5 seconds here for Harvard to get something done. Probably just dump it in the corner. Let's see if they go for something.
No,
they got a reset. I'm sorry.
They get the reset of the shot clock on the infraction. So a break essentially there for Harvard. Last thing you want to do as a defense, knowing that there's single digits on that shot clock, is to give up that kind of penalty from way outside. Really didn't mean a lot. Let's see if Harvard can take control here. Botkiss trying to get to the left hand, all the way around the near side for Madronic. Jump shot score. Beautiful pass up ahead by Madronic, and Harvard takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Madronic is their leading goal scorer with 22, and he's there also leads the team with shots, but there he was the assist man on that one. A great look and a great little play right there by Harvard to get on the board here and you know take the early lead, 1-0. You know, well, I was just going to say, Tom, I mean, Penn has a habit of playing close games. You know, that is their thing. They seem to play at the level of their competition every single week. And Harvard is an elite team, so this will be an elite level played game, but I anticipate it being close.
Aiden Cheek picks up the goal. That's his 15th of the season. And the ground ball picked up and then given away. Cradling through, here's Cam Rubin, fires, and it goes wide, but backed up by the Quakers.
Cam Rubin is a sniper. He will shoot whenever he gets his hands free in time, especially when he's got a clean look at the cage. He just missed it high that time, but it was a good shot because he had teammates behind to keep possession for Penn.
Gabe Fury switches to his right. Busted stick there, so basically a power play as here's Fury again. Kicks across, fires and scores! Gabe Fury with a rocket for his 6th of the year. We're tied at 1.
Gabe Fury, a local product from Episcopal Academy, not too about 15, 20 miles west of here. And, you know, just that's exactly what Penn needs. They need production from their other middies outside of Sam Hanley, outside of James Shipley. And when they can get goals out of Gabe Fury, that is huge.
And Fury, I guess you mentioned, coming from that Episcopal Academy, big-time Interac contenders every single year. And you get hands-free from about 10 yards out. Very few keepers are going to be able to handle that. Good shove there by Piper Bond. Possession taken. And running up here is Campisi. Drops it off. Always love when the long sticks move up. They all want to shoot. But a good job there by Campisi. A little bit of discipline there.
Campisi does like to shoot. He's got 8 on the season. He does have a goal. As a former long pole myself, I agree with him. When you get it, you should take it. But that was a smart choice. You're 100% right. Campisi having a great year. Also a midseason All-American second-team selection.
Gaffney with the look up ahead. Behind it X here for Cheek. Up top now for Perry. Trying to sweep to his right.
Yeah, Perry, one of 24 first-year players on this roster.
And thrown away there, and it'll be a Penn possession with 9:17 to go in the first, tied up at 1. Let's take a look at this ride from Harvard rather. It's taken over here and over the line by Piper Bond. But pretty easily broken. Cam Rubin, and has it back at X for Ben Smith. Smith fronted there by Case Strupp.
Yeah, Penn really hasn't had a real good settled offense yet without a turnover, which get the pull in and out of there. There they go. But this feels like the first settled offense they've really had. I mean, Hanley had that one dodge after the Harvard player broke his stick, and there was a little bit of a kind of mini man up moment for them. But I think Penn needs to just settle into their offense here and move the ball.
Nice move by Fernandez. Thrown across but deflected down. Ball down. Big check thrown there. And that allows Penn to regain possession and get a fresh shot clock. Physical plays. Here is Caleb Fernandez. Wide for Sam Hanley. No pick. Still tries to sweep across. Shoved away by O'Berry.
Yeah. got to think Penn is going to try to take advantage of Sam Hanley on a short stick, Tom. It seems this could bite Harvard.
Nice drop off near side for Gagar. Goes to his left, hands free, fires, and it goes just wide, but backed up by Penn, and they'll have 52 to shoot.
Good shot by Gagar there, just because it was a high to low bounce shot. Didn't get it on cage, but with a teammate behind, they keep possession. They have 50 seconds to shoot here.
Ben Smith. Lost, but regrouped by Fernandez, and back for Smith. Ball went near side for Cam Rubin. Rubin one-on-one. And plenty of time to shoot. Nice look. Fires, and it goes wide. And the backup barely by Penn. There was nobody at X, and if the keeper was aware, he could have taken off for the backup. Up top here is Hanley. Heading down towards 20 seconds to shoot. To Giacobbe. Comes to the near side and away from the play, a push. It will go out of play and be Harvard possession. So again, a long offensive set for Penn, but only yields a couple of wide shots. They stay tied up at one apiece.
One of Penn's big issues this year has been turnovers. They just more than their fair share of turnovers, and another example right there. I don't know if Sam just lost the ball. Sam Hanley lost the ball as it was passed to him, or his stick got checked. It may have been a stick check, which prevented him from getting a handle on it. But Penn has got to control the turnovers.
Regrouping at the center line, Zach Hobbs out of Setauket, Long Island. Toss is wide. Job there by the Giacobbe to keep him wide. 40 seconds to shoot for the Crimson. They have it at X. Dowling. Skips it across near side for Hobbs. Hobbs pushed away in a double. Good stick check. Ball down. A little bit of a shoulder there. Peter Blake. And running his way free is Charlie Alder. He'll only have 20 seconds to shoot. Although it didn't turn into a turnover, that killed about 10 seconds of the clock. So back at X here is King. The Baltimore native. Tries to find room, jumps and fires, and a save by Birkinshaw. Now the outlet the other way, quickly to B.J. Farrar, but he's in trouble. And it will be a push and Penn possession. Those dangerous looping passes allow the defense, or in this case the defensive middies, to converge. And unfortunately for Harvard, a little bit illegal, but still, I can imagine as a defender, you just kind of light up, kind of like seeing a wide receiver go over the middle.
B.J. Farrar is one of the tougher players on this field today. Was a very good football player in high school. Likes to likes to take hits. Likes to give hits. That is normal stuff for B.J. Farrar. But
Bernard gets free and fires it wide. Again, where they're trying to go low off stick side, and just missing that corner.
Yeah, last week Cornell was shooting over the left shoulder of the Harvard goalie, of Kyle Mullen, and they were pretty successful in it, especially in the second half, where the game started to get a little bit out of hand.
A little bit of a high check there. His ball down against Cam Rubin. He chases it down, goes down again. Big battle on the far side. Ball skitters free. Trying the shoulder barge was Gagar, but now the Crimson move the other way on the ground ball. Ball down once again. Huge battle here. Unable to cradle through is Smith. And it will be possession for Harvard, and we'll take a timeout. We're down to 4:55 to go in the first. We're tied up at 1.
Okay. To be afraid.
Blue Cross. And I will test.
And Harvard, intriguing matchup so far. It kind of feels like we've had some jitters back and forth. Again, we talked in the open and early in the game of how important this game is for both of these squads. Do you think they might be feeling it a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we've got Penn with 3 early turnovers here, just about 10 minutes in, 10 minutes, a little bit more than 10 minutes into the game, and Harvard with 2. Neither team with a lot of shots yet, but both goaltenders are seeing the ball well. Hey, it's a beautiful day here, so it's a bright, sunny day. That makes conditions, a little bit harder for the goalkeepers. But Penn with a big possession here.
So back underway as it's controlled up top here by Gagar to the near side. Trying to get free is Hanley. Has some trouble with it. Ball down. Tries to fight it off. It skitters to the near side. And here come the Harvard Crimson the other way. Streaking up is Greg Campisi. Looks in. Fires and it goes in. Able to pick the far side corner.
That's his second goal of the year. So we were talking about the long poles and how when they get their moments, they like to take it. And that's a big goal. That's a hype goal for Harvard, right? When you get the pole to score, bring it down and get a score. You know, interestingly enough, what led to that was Sam Hanley's third turnover just in the first quarter. So, you know, Penn has got to take care of the ball if they want to win this game today. And you know, that is not the trend you want to see if you're a Penn fan. But Harvard, credit to them. They took advantage of it in transition and got themselves a hype goal to boot.
So Campisi, not only does he get the goal, he gets yet another caused turnover, another ground ball. He leads his team in both categories. So why not be the beneficiary of all that hard work, as that's given away once again and taken over by Chase Strupp. Not shy about moving it up ahead here for Tommy Joyce. He's trying to ward his way free. Bounce to the near side, intercepted on the bounce there for Gagar. Long pass up ahead, that connects. Here's Ben Smith. Settles it down, finds the trailer up top. Farrar, tight to the cage and a save. Rebound swallowed up by Mullen. Beautiful stop there by Kyle Mullen. And now we go the other way again. The long pole. Polio across. Shot comes in, and that's blocked. Still loose. Behind the back, that's blocked as well. Another try, and that's blocked. Blocked shots is not a major stat category in lacrosse, but at least on that play, it should be.
Yeah, this Penn defense is like an amoeba. They stay close together. They keep it tight. Their sticks are in the passing lanes a lot. But another Penn turnover. I mean, how many possessions are they going to give to Harvard here in the first quarter? But there's the jitters, right? Turnover to turnover. That's a hold.
Yeah, flag flies there. That's going to go against Harvard. That's a break for Penn, because right now it looks like they're trying to thread the needle. They draw in a double team, try to get a pass through. Again, two sticks. Harvard, to their credit, is getting their sticks in lanes. That's what's causing all these turnovers. But at least in this case, Penn will be able to go up on the man up. Their man up is best in the conference at 45.8%.
Penn's trying to do too much. They're trying to make the perfect pass for each clear, the perfect, little thread the needle pass on offense. They need to just take a deep breath and get, a goal here with Sam Hanley as the quarterback up top, getting the ball right now. A goal with Penn on man up would help even the score, obviously, and get them back on track.
Well, the man down 5 is already quite collapsed. So they can find a way to get a skip pass in there. They should have a great opportunity. Walsh drops it off and goes all the way back up top for Hanley. Hanley steps up, fires and scores! Sam Hanley, with his 18th of the year, ties the game up at 2.
Every goalie in the Ivy League and probably every goalie in Division I lacrosse knows that Sam Hanley likes to shoot high to high, whether it's right-handed on that shot or left-handed. But if his hands are free and he can crow hop it inside of 10 yards, no goalie in the country is stopping that.
Yeah, and he steps up and then wham. Really not much that Mullen can do about that one.
He's an All-American for a reason, and that's exactly why. So when he gets his hands free and has lots of time, good night.
Also on the Tualatin watch list as well. So, again, the Harvard knows who it is. They know exactly what's coming, but sometimes it doesn't matter if you know what's coming. That's how talented he is. Faceoffs have been a bit of an issue this year for Penn coming into the game, 27.8%. That's not where you want it to be. Well, Harvard is at 41.7%, but on the infraction, Penn controls, trying to get their first lead of this game. But again, very tight to the center line. And Shipley is able to fight free. Taking a little while for this defensive midi change. Gabe Fury. He'll try to find room. Drops it back. Cutting out. Here is Gagar. Draws a double. Worked around. Shot comes in. That's blocked. Unable to get the low to high shot through was Rubin. And coming way out is Mullen. Certainly not shy about coming out of his crease.
Kyle Mullen maybe it's a close race between him and BJ Farrar, who's the better athlete. Who's the best athlete on this field today? Kyle Mullen is a heck of an athlete. He will come out of his crease. He will get ground balls. He will clear the ball. He might even go over the line. He does it all the time.
Long home run pass, and it connects to the corner. And a nice move to get free. Trying to get through here is King. King under pressure. A couple of stick checks up in as a flag flies. Looks like a slash coming up here on Lavelle. King. High pass to Cheek. Down to 1:25 to go in the first. Tied up at 2. But again, delayed penalty coming up here against the Quakers. Back up top here for Gaffney. First year out of LA. Switches to his left. Has some freedom. Tries the shot, sidearm shot. Blocked. Another try blocked. Third try saved by Birkinshaw. And that will stop play.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what this foul is. I did not see a penalty by Lavelle there. And the ref that called it was on the opposite side of the field. So it might have been off ball. It might have been a hold, not letting somebody get around a screen, or let's see what the refs say here. But we've got 2 flags down.
I think in total it was 3 because the initial flag was thrown here, but the 2 far side saw it as well. But unfortunately for us, they call the penalties away from our camera view.
Yeah.
So we have to look.
Okay, so it looks like offsides is one of the calls. So Penn would have been offsides.
Penalties, 2 men on the field for 30 seconds. And offside number 15, Jack Joyce. Both calls on the 13 to 15.
So we're even up at, now it's going to be 6 on 5. But there are 2 penalties. One was too many on the field, and the other was for offside. So extended man-up time here for the Harvard Crimson. Their man-up is at 33.3%, and they score. Owen Gaffney with his 10th of the year, and the Harvard Crimson take a 3-2 lead.
Owen Gaffney, Tom, who you mentioned, is from out of Los Angeles. Went to Loyola High School out in Los Angeles. Grew up playing lacrosse at a young age. West LA Lacrosse. Shout out to West LA Lacrosse. You know, this is a great example. Owen Gaffney is a great example of the Western expansion of the sport. More and more, the athletes from California, Utah, Arizona, Washington, Oregon, etc., are starting to get east and getting into these schools to play lacrosse, and the game continues to grow. And you know, it's just a great thing to see athletes at the caliber of Owen Gaffney going to a sport like lacrosse. It just makes it better.
Again, there was a brief expansion of Major League Lacrosse out in LA, San Francisco, and all that. Even though it was only for a year or 2, it's yielded some young players who are now taking care of business at the D1 level.
Yeah, the PLL makes, you know, it's more of a barnstorming, you know, schedule, but they obviously make stops out there in the West Coast. And you know, we need the Pac-12 to get some you know, some more programs going outside of Utah. The more of those schools that can get into it, the more the game will grow.
26 seconds left to go in the quarter. So Penn trying to get back to even, trailing 3-2. As Rubin will take it all the way around for Bedard. Bedard isolated against Kresge. Goes wide. Spin move, shot, and that goes just wide by Gagar.
Yeah, Gagar, that is great stuff right there out of Dylan Gagar. Like, he's beating his man and using his man as a screen. He's just missing the cage, but it's a great take.
Down to 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Got to look for a cutter. They throw it out in front. Nothing there. Harvard looks for the home run, but that's not going to go. So 1 quarter in the books. It's Harvard 3, Penn 2. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Wow, this
Grade.
Lacrosse and may test you.
Second quarter action, Harvard 3, Penn 2. Alongside Clark Pierce, I'm Tom Williams. Thanks so much for joining us. And we would like to thank One Village Coffee for their sponsorship of today's game and for their continued support of the Quakers. One Village Coffee, the official coffee of Penn Athletics. Interesting first quarter, but the turnover bug has hurt the Penn Quakers so far in this one, Clark.
Yeah, Penn is averaging 18 turnovers a game. They had 7 in that first quarter, 3 from Sam Hanley. Obviously, Sam's going to get the ball a lot, so the opportunity for him to lose the ball, et cetera, is going to happen more. But the other interesting stat was Harvard took 12 shots, 11 of them were on goal. Penn took 10 shots, only 5 were on goal. So, you know, keep an eye on those stats as the game game progresses. But more good news for Penn is Jamie Zuzi has won 5 faceoffs so far out of the 8 that have happened here so far in the first half. So that's a good trend, because when he gets going like he did perhaps 2 games ago against Cornell, he was over 70% that day. So that could be good news for Penn.
Going to Captain Obvious mode. You can't score without the ball, so the best way to get the ball is the faceoff. Penn controls. Nice little spin move. Gets free. Fires in a save. Hip-to-hip shot. Easy stop there from Mullen.
Yeah, you got to change levels. I think a lot of these shots that we've seen early from Penn, there was a lot of high-to-low shots. They were shooting very high last week against Brown. I think they got the message. But on that shot there by Sam, he's got to change levels.
So Harvard will control back behind the cage. Hayden Cheek. For the most part, it's been an X the entire game. Madronic on the far side, isolated here against Peter Blake. Directs some traffic as well. Gets behind for Cheek again. Over for King. King to the near side. This is Botkus. And everything being kept to the outside right now, trying to extend the middies. Now some isolation with some speed to the outside, but slowed down was Gaffney. Back now for Madronic. Madronic looking for room. Drops it on back, Gaffney. Near side, Perry. Fires in a save. Birkinshaw carried that well, but the outlet passes off the shoulder of Ferrara. And another unforced error. And this is kept alive, but speaking of unforced errors, that's given away. Trying to drive ahead here is Shipley. Ooh, lost his footing. Awkwardly, it still tosses it up ahead. Fast break opportunity for the Quakers. A good transition D from Harvard. Just about 2 minutes into this second quarter. Gagar back up top. And collected for Shipley out of Weddington, North Carolina. Hanley goes wide, gets it back.
I think I saw James Shipley's brother, Will Shipley, younger brother, who's the starting running back for the Clemson football team, down on the field before the game.
Oh, crossbar shot there as he got his hands free. The second he did, he rings it off the iron. And this will be Penn possession on the backup.
Shipley's a special athlete, just continues to improve, and his offensive game continues to get better game after game. Great shot. Penn keeps possession going, gets a fresh 60. And
trailing by just 1. Here's Fury trying to get free. Sharp angle. All the way back up top and around. Switches right here for Smith. Forced to the goal line. Back behind it, X. Gagar spun back behind again. Gets the pick. And at least gets free to the near side and resets it. Back up top here for Bedard. Bedard trying to get free. Left-handed look, fires, and it goes wide, backed up by Penn.
That's a key move for Penn on their offense. They like to get their lefties sweeping across, goal line extended, coming across and looking for those shots or a dump down to Sam Hanley.
Under 30 to go in the shot clock as Fury gets it across, but slipping up is Smith. Ball down, gets free, and taken over by Harvard. Neat pass here for Ollie Hollow, but then it's lost again. But Harvard recovers. Room here for Ray Dirth.
Harvard defense, Harvard's head coach Jerry Byrne is former longtime assistant at Notre Dame, was the defensive coordinator, built some unbelievable defensive teams at his time at Notre Dame, and he's picking up right where he left off at Notre Dame with a really solid group with Harvard. Just the way that they slide and they move, they back there, Gagar was looking for the double, and it just wasn't coming because of the way they move so quickly with their sliding early.
Deflected out of play by Lavelle, so it stays Harvard possession with just about 40 seconds to shoot. Olmert, 35 yards out is where they set up the offense. Now trying to streak through here is Dowling. Back behind here for Cheek. Around to the near side for Olmert. Olmert switches left. Draws the push there from Bavusa. Correction, that was Bedard, and it's going to be a possession for Penn. So a turnover for Harvard, and caused as well. Penn's trying to draw.
I think Harvard's offside.
Yeah, they've got too many back, so they'll keep too many back, of course. So basically a man down offensively here for Penn. But again, possession and a chance to get a shot off. Nice skip, goes to the left. Hanley again. 10:30 to go in the second. And 43 to shoot for Penn. Taken back behind for Fernandez. Looks for the crease, nothing there. Nice look across, sharp angle. They try it and a save. And not the highest quality there from Smith. He was going to shoot no matter what, it seems. And now the penalty will be assessed. Penn will be man up.
Yeah, not a high percentage shot there by Ben Smith, the freshman, but still a pretty good shot because you're man up. You're going to keep possession. I mean, I'm sorry. There's a penalty flag on the field against Harvard. We knew they were offsides. Too many men in the defensive side. So the low percentage shot there is not a terrible play.
Definitely not a disaster.
Timeout. Yeah. It looks like we got a timeout. Penn, I think.
Well, they'll take timeout, so we will too. We'll be back in a moment. 3-2 Harvard here on ESPN+.
We're both working from home, and he's always gaming. The high-speed internet is absolutely critical.
Sounds like you need internet that keeps up with everything you do. That's why Verizon Fios has upload speeds as fast as download speeds on our 100% fiber optic network.
You don't want to have that embarrassment of your video conference dropping.
Plus, internet plans start at just $39.99 per month. Fios has got you.
It combines giving you a save best demand.
Fired up for anything. Like it. On your screen, a lot of players, or a lot of people wearing the number 19, and the entire Penn Quaker squad during warm-up wore number 19. That was in honor of James Farrell, who graduated Penn in 2018. Unfortunately, back in July of 2021, died in a car accident up on Long Island. So certainly condolences and a great tribute being put together by the Penn Athletic squad as they fire. And that's a nice save there on this man up. Trying to get the shot through was Dylan Gagar.
Kyle Mullen does, the goalie for Harvard, he does allow a lot of rebounds. And, a lot of times that leads to a 50-50 ball, and, either team can get it, obviously. But, that defense, man, this Harvard defense is really well coached. They stick together real tight, and especially in a man-down situation, they were all over that one. And another free possession, if you will, for Harvard here. Even though they're man down, they can kill this clock.
Sam King will take over goal line extended on the far side against Brendan Lavelle. And talking about Kyle Mullen, a two-sport athlete. Also played on the Bayard Rustin hockey team, a multiple-time Flyers Cup champion. As it'll come near side for Andrew Perry. Trying to force his way in here is King. Back down for Gaffney, and near side for Miles Botkus. Botkus looking for room. Draws the double. Look to the top towards the crease. Ball down to the good stick check, and taken over by B.J. Farrar. He's got lightning speed. The senior from Maryland moves right up the middle. Tosses near side. Almost got away from Gagar. Gets free. Fires, and it's blocked. And now a little bit of a pick there from the official. It's only the run through was Cam Rubin, and that will allow Harvard to take over.
Yeah, that's a win for Harvard. With B.J. Farrar, that's a frightening thing for a defense to see B.J. Farrar running down with a full head of steam and the ball and an odd man rush for Penn, but for them to stop that and not even get a quality shot, allow a quality shot on Cage, that's a win for Harvard.
And talk about getting sticks and bodies into passing lanes. Both teams are getting into shooting lanes, which, in this sport, you put your life in your hands there, but it's how important this game is for both of these squads. Back behind the cage, trying to get free is King. He's forced wide, and Harvard regroups with 40 to shoot. Goal line extended here for Cheek. Down to the outside. Tossed back by Graham to X. King gets a little bit of a pick. Rolls it back behind. Graham has free reign to escape from X, but then shoved away there by Matt Palazzi. Now comes out in front of the shot, and that'll go wide, but backed up by Harvard. And they'll have only 7 seconds to shoot. So let's see if they try for a cut, or they'll just drop it off to avoid the fast break the other way. Trying to lower his head is Graham. And shot clock violation. It'll be Penn possession.
This is an advantage that Penn has with their very athletic defensive midfielders, Piper Bond, Ben Bedard, James Shipley. Again, Harvard offsides.
So a break here once again for the Penn Quakers.
Sorry, those one-man clears, Tom, they're very helpful, especially with the 10-man, this huge trend in Division I lacrosse with the 10-man ride. If you can have a really good athletic player that can run around people, it's helpful.
Fury bounces it wide, kept alive by Penn. Tries near side, Fury gets free, fires and it goes low and wide. He tried to roll it near side post but missed, and now the penalty will be assessed. It'll be another man up for Penn. Offense is really slowed down in this one, just 3-2. Shots on goal 13-8 in favor of Harvard, but the good news for Harvard is they've taken 14 and put 13 on cage, while conversely 16 and 8 are the numbers for Penn. Got to find a way to clean that up.
Yeah, Penn's getting more of those shots on cage here in the second quarter, and they've been successful man up. They're 1 for 2 today with the Hanley goal from earlier.
Hanley will play the center midi. Looks near side. Gagar back for Hanley. Looking for the skip. Nothing there. They look to the far side. There's the skip to the crease. Shot and it's stuffed. Good job there to collect it on the crease by Smith, but swallowed up by Mullen.
Yeah, this is it's a former goalie, Tom. But if the ball is passed low, get your stick low, because they're going to shoot it low, right? They're going to try to get it out, especially if they're on the crease like that. And that's exactly what Kyle Mullen did there. Kept his stick low to match him stick for stick and made a huge stop. He's cheering the defense right now, and that's a big stop. Again, another big stop for Harvard, and they get possession down at this end. Possessions are getting longer, and as we get, I don't know, we're only in the middle of the second quarter. Well, we've got about 5 minutes left in the second quarter, so we still have a lot of lacrosse to play, but you can kind of feel each possession is super important.
Oh, an absolute snipe from the near side by Andrew Perry. That is his 8th of the season, and Harvard takes a 2-goal lead.
So they stop Penn at one end, man down. They get the ball across midfield, kill the penalty, and then get a high-quality shot, a great play by Perry there to get the score. So now they've doubled up Penn. They're up 4-2.
Yeah, that's a tough one to save from Urquhart. He was really deep in his crease, hoping to cover as much cage as possible, but he hit it basically upper 90.
Yeah, he put that in one of the few spots that Birkinshaw couldn't get to. It was a great shot.
So a 4-2 lead for Harvard, down to 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Big pile up, as we'll have an infraction here. Who will be on?
I think it's on Penn. Nope, it's going to be Penn ball. All right, it looked to me like the two poles on this side, one for Penn and one for Harvard, looked like Campese got pushed. But
that was an absolute rugby scrum.
Yeah,
either way.
Yeah, exactly. Something had to be called because they both landed on each other's face-off men.
Big possession here for Penn. Don't want to let this one get away. Nice move. Shot comes in. That goes wide by Gabe Fury. But it is backed up by Penn. They're down to just about 5 minutes to go in the half. Collected by Smith. Smith all the way back up top. Oh, gets away from Hanley to the center line. Nobody there. Tried to sweep it across instead of scooping it up himself. And now here's a chance for Harvard to move in. Madronic going wide here against Ferrant. He'll settle it down, drawing the double team here. And wisely, Harvard will call timeout.
Yeah, Jerry Byrne is an experienced coach, even though he's only in his early stages of his head coaching career. But he knew for sure that they needed to keep possession here at this point in the game.
They'll take the timeout, but we'll keep it here as Gary Burns in his 3rd year. Former player, both indoor and outdoor, played for the New York Saints and the Rochester Nighthawks, and outdoors played for a very good Boston Cannon squad. And he talked about him being a really good defensive stalwart as far as his coaching styles.
He's a defensive guru. The defenses that were at Notre Dame year after year in his time there, they were always good. If you were an attackman or a midi going home from a game against Notre Dame, you could see the visual evidence of on your arms and your elbows. But they play real hard. They play really good team defense, and obviously he's brought that to Harvard. I mean, we talked about how young this team is. I keep looking down there and seeing 3, 4, sometimes 5 first-year players on the field at the same time, and they've got a heck of a recruiting class coming in. They've got the #1 goalie in the country. Kyle Mullen's a senior. think his eligibility's up. It's still, you may have another year there, but with the Ivy League, you know, it's not always understood whether they can play or not play another year. So, #1 goalie coming in from Culver Academy, Adam Blind. He's coming in. They've got another good LSM coming in from the state of Florida. You know, 2 5-star recruits, 6 4-star recruits, and 3 3-star recruits. Like that's a restocking move right there. You know, replacing the 6 seniors that are leaving with a lot of really quality players. And, he's putting Harvard on the map. I mean, this Ivy League schedule, it goes 5-6 teams deep. I mean, Dartmouth had some success early in the year. You know, they're clearly a little bit more in a rebuilding mode. Everyone thought Harvard was rebuilding. They're in the middle of it. They're ranked number 14 in the country, and they're the 5th team the 5th team to be ranked nationally in this conference. I mean, every week it's a gauntlet that you got to play another top 5, top 10, top 14 team. It's crazy, but Jerry Byrne has brought his style of play here, and it's working.
To give you an idea of how good this conference is this year, you have Penn at 4-4. They're still ranked number 11 in the country.
Yeah, 1-3 in their conference, and still, to that same point. Yeah.
So Harvard possesses after the timeout. Back behind the cage here is King. And taken over here by Gaffney. Gaffney looking to go to his left. Back behind for King once again. King stutter steps around, gets shoved away, tries to spin goal line extended. Now draws the double, bounce back behind the X. They've got 40 to shoot. Petronic. And work down to the far side. Perry trying to get free. All the way back up top, nobody there. It'll get away. So all that patience there from Harvard does not yield anything. It's, again, just a bad pass. And it'll be Penn to possess on the near side with under 4 minutes to go here in the second. Here's Piper Bond. And a little bit of discussion as to where he should start. He'll take the step over the line.
8th turnover there for Harvard in the first half, 9 for Penn. So a little bit of the jitters we talked about earlier. I think we're watching these possessions get longer and longer, more important as we go. Each one of those turnovers, they're big. This is a kind of a free possession here for Penn to try to cut this deficit in half.
And what's interesting is I think it's a combination of the jitters and some good defenses. A lot of these turnovers are actually caused, not just thrown away wildly.
Yeah, these are 2 very good defenses. I could keep going on and on about Jerry Byrne and the defense, but Sam Hanley with a shot there, not a great shot, but look, they've got a long stick on him now, which I think is the right play.
35 to shoot here for Penn. Schultz looks all the way back up top. Wide here for Bedard. Bedard trying to get hands free. Near side Gagar. Gagar draws the triple team. Finds the open man. Trying to get free here. Handley scores! Sam Handley, his second of the game, 19th of the season, and the Quakers have pulled within 1.
Textbook scoring right there from Sam Hanley. He was open, had his hands free, left-handed. Could see that, faked the shot, got the defense coming towards him, face dodged, and he could take his pick of where he wanted to put it, went high to low, and beat Kyle Mullen there. As good as an athlete as Kyle Mullen is, he wasn't going to get to that one. It was a smart shot by Sam, and we're back to a 1-goal game.
Gagar picks up the assist, 2:57 to go, and a big face-off here at the Penn Quakers. Again, they're doing a pretty good job at the X. They've won 6 of 8. And looks like they'll win this one as well. A clean win for Jamie Zusi. 52% on the season coming into today's action. So no wonders. Trying to spin through free here is Shipley. Good transition D from Harvard. And a good job there by Penn as well to settle down and not force it. Oh, long pass up ahead on a bounce. But it is corralled and collected by Hanley. Hanley trying to sweep his way out in front. Cuts free, and a shot and a save. It's loose on the goal line and then skips out. And Shane can't find it for Penn. Big battle to the near side. And finally controlled here by Harvard. Running up here is Brent Evans. Evans being chased. Heavy stick check by Shane. Shotgun and a save by Birkinshaw. Rebound controlled by Harvard. Trying to get free Madronic. Lost it. Hockeyed up ahead. Big slash thrown there by Barrar. And Harvard comes up with possession anyway.
Yeah, penalty on Farrar there. That was a frustration slash of Madronic by Farrar, and he's going to go to the sin bin for a minute.
King will settle it down for Harvard. Under 2 minutes to go in the half, under 40 to shoot for the Crimson. They're up by 1. So either way, whether this is successful or not, they'll at very least get the man up. Taken back here, Andrew O'Berry, the first year out of McLean, Virginia. Dowling. Now back at X, where it's taken by Cheek.
The way the faceoffs are going, I'll bet you Harvard is trying to hold on to this all the way down. Well, didn't work out.
Well, they tried, and now another penalty coming up. This might be against Harvard, as there was a late trip, it looked like, that may be assessed to Austin Madronic. Oh, let's see what the officials call again after that. We take a quick look at it. It's trying to spin free was Sam King. And yet, there's the trip. So Madronic
draws a minute penalty and then gives 30 seconds of it back. But I believe Harvard will have possession here and will hold it for 30 seconds and then be man up for 30 seconds. If my math is correct.
A minute 24 to go in the second quarter. Big spot here again. You know what? In lacrosse, 4-3 is a very, very low score. So the message has been sent that scoring is going to be at a premium. So yes, you want to hang on to it and make sure that every shot counts.
Yeah, this feels like more like a high school game where there isn't a shot clock, where the coaches are telling them just hold the ball, let's possess the ball.
Wait for stall warnings.
Wait for stall warnings, exactly. But yeah, even in the shot clock era, you're right. This is a low-scoring game, but there's a lot on the line. You know, like we talked about at the top of the show, both teams. This is a must-win for both teams.
Ball down and unable to control cleanly. Gaffney, great pressure put on, but taken over by Madronic. And 5-on-5 for the next 10 seconds or so. Botkiss across. Under a minute to go in the period. And it looks like Harvard will get their man back in a moment. Let's look to the crease, but good poke check there by Tyler Kuhl.
Yeah, Harvard's man up here.
Shot goes wide and deflected out of play, but the backup by King. So they're man up. We're down to 40 seconds left to go in the half. Big possession here for Harvard. The good look. Shot safe off the chest of Birkinshaw, and he swallows it. So Penn can run out the rest of the quarter, maybe get themselves a late shot. Aggressive ride here as you would expect with a man up. Long throw just to clear as the net was vacated. And that's out of play for Harvard possession. And yet Kyle Mullen basically playing a fourth defenseman out there.
Well, that's the 10-man ride. So that was a 10-man ride by Harvard. The goalie is covering someone, and they're locking everybody off, trying to prevent the clearing team from getting the ball over the line in the 20 seconds they need to.
Looks like that they will just walk out the rest of the half. An entertaining, albeit defensive, first half of play. It's Harvard 4, Penn 3. We'll take a break and come back with third quarter action in just a few minutes. You're watching Penn Lacrosse.
Hitting the cage, right? I mean, Harvard obviously is shooting a very high percentage of their shots on goal, but Patrick Birkinshaw is
for Owen Gaffney. Wide in the third.
Right now, and it looks like Princeton's in a 2 or 3 goal game right now with Dartmouth. So the standings in the Ivy League are going to look a lot different at the end of the day today. And both these teams want to move up in the win column and not go one more game down.
Possession for Harvard. They were man up. Now we're at even up as we are underway here in the third quarter. And that much more magnified every possession as we move on in this game. Here's Hayden Cheek working all the way around for Owen Gaffney. Wide to the far side, collected there, but defended by Piper Bond. Nice spin move to get free, but the defensive switch there for Tyler Kuhl. Shot comes in, that goes wide, but it's backed up by Harvard. 35 seconds into the quarter. Goal scorers for Harvard: Cheek, Perry, Gaffney, and Campisi. For Penn, 2 for Handley and 1 for Fury. As looking far side here, Perry. But again, forced there as well by Palazzi. Now trying to jump his way free. The shot comes in off the crossbar.
in the crease.
Would not have counted either way, but again, another dank off the iron.
I am sure at halftime at Harvard there was a focus on getting Madronic involved. You know, get him going offensively. You know, he is the leading goal scorer. He's their leading the team in shots as well. And Penn has really clamped him down. And I think you'll see him be more aggressive like he just was there on that shot, but he stepped into the crease, which gives possession to Penn.
No work near side for Piper Bond, playing in the offensive midi. Here's Ben Bedard. And still changing up some of the midfielders. Schultz tosses it across. Here for Caleb Fernandez. Tried to pass back behind, but he was stick checked by Chase Yeager. And it'll be Harvard possession.
Yeah, Chase Yeager winning another possession for his team, getting the ball back, drawing a push, but they hand it right back.
Now moving up here is Cam Rubin. Rubin fights his way free while he's trying to get a shot off. See if they call it a shot or not. It will be Penn possession.
Yeah, you know what? Gerard did a real crafty thing there. It wasn't a shot, so he actually was able to get possession of the ball real quick and bounce it off of Kyle Mullen, so it was off of Harvard. Penn possession.
Hanley trying to swim move, it doesn't work, but gets it off for Schultz. And back behind to the near side for Bedard. Bedard trying to sweep to his left, gets his hands free, but good job staying with him by Yeager. So they'll try it X once again. Hanley draws the double. Gagar. Fernandez tries to get free, shoved from behind, flag flies. Ball down, and even the keeper coming out, Mullen, to try to, at very least, wrest free the ground ball. Big scrum, finally taken out to the corner and collected by Harvard. Man up for Penn. Well, let's see if Penn can take advantage here. Again, they've had some trouble, offensively the entire game, but even with the man-up situation, which normally they are pretty proficient.
1 for 3 in the first half with man up. Sam Hanley, one of his 2 goals coming man up.
It's going to be a push charge to Harvard.
So 30 seconds man up here for Penn.
O'Berry is the guilty party. Here's a shot, scores! Ripped high by Dylan Gagar. That's his 25th of the season, and we're tied at 4.
Yeah, the same way they scored their first goal man up with Sam Hanley, the Harvard defense was just a little too tight there as a group. And they gave Gagar far too much time and space there, and he was able to step down and go high to high and get it past Kyle Mullen over his left shoulder.
So the senior from Annapolis, member of the Tewaaraton watch list, not too long ago was part of the USILA Team of the Week and ties this game up. So Penn now 2 for 4 on the man up, and a chance to potentially take their first lead of this game. And they've done very well with face-offs, leading in that category 7-2. Well, let's make it 8.
Face-off violation against Harvard before the whistle was blown there. So we'll watch to see if they get an infraction. They need 3.5, and then then there's a penalty against that team. So yeah. Exactly. Penn's got a chance. Got a whistle.
That might be a clock issue. Not sure. Yeah, the clock's already down to 39 as far as the shot clock. I don't think we lost track of time that poorly. By the way, we mentioned earlier about James Farrell, while a lot of people down there, and why Penn during their warm-up wore number 19. They did a great ceremony at the half in honor of James Farrell, if you don't know. And a former Penn Quaker, graduated in 18, and earlier, last year, on July 21st, of 2021 rather, died in a car accident up on Long Island. So again, condolences, and again, wonderful job by Penn to honor him during halftime. And just fixing the shot clock, now at 68, now we're ready to go. And trying to power up ahead here is Shane. To the near side, Shipley. Back up top. Shot comes in, scores! Gabe Fury, his 2nd of the game, 7th of the season. And with 11:48 to go in the 3rd, it's now 5-4 Quakers.
Quakers are on a run here. That's exactly what they needed. And Gabe Fury with a great shot. Changed levels, a little bit high to low, off hip side on Kyle Mullen. Puts it where he can't get to it and powered it past. And that's great. And, you know, again, more production from midfielders other than Sam Hanley, James Shipley, etc. It's big for them to get goals out of Gabe Fury, and that's his second one today.
And the more options you have offensively, the less chance that defenses can just stop you and key in on a player. So with Fury adding his offense to the game, and another face-off victory here for Penn, they can go on an extended run here. They've scored the last 3 goals, is getting tripped up and a flag fly. Susi. So he wins the face-off, draws the penalty. He comes off, and let's see what Penn can do here before the man up.
Something strategic I'm seeing now. They started in the second half with Sam Hanley. Penn is leaving him on the field after goals. He's staying down low as an attackman. And I think they're doing it to try to dictate some different matchups up top for Gabe Fury and some of the other midfielders.
Shane gets free. Now steps up, thought about the shot, drops it off. Shot comes in, saved by Mullen. Loose out in front, sweeps towards the cage, and they score! The jumping, sweeping shot by Dylan Gagar. It's his second. And Penn takes a 6-4 lead.
That was a great individual effort by Dylan Gagar there. He had a great take, but the rebound came out. We talked about how Kyle Mullen, there tend to be a lot of rebounds on shots on him, and he got a piece of it. A lot of times that's him just getting his legs out, getting a piece of the ball, and stopping it. But those rebounds are 50-50 balls, and this one went right back to Gagar, and he takes a one-handed crazy shot, but high to low still works even in that format, and it worked there, obviously. And Penn on this, keep their run, keep their momentum going. Now up 6-4.
So second of the game by Gagar. It's his 26th of the season. The infraction will not be assessed, as it looked like it was going to be a 30-second call. And not only is Penn hot on the scoreboard, what's leading to that is being hot in the face-off X as they win another one. Taken here by the Quakers to the near side. Cam Rubin. Ooh, a big collision there, and then, trips over his own teammate. And now the other way, here comes Madronic. Fast break opportunity, Madronic tries to get it free across. Shot comes in and a big save, and it might have even hit the pipe. But either way, it does not go, but it will be Harvard possession.
Yeah, that one definitely hit the pipe. A great play by Madronic to get it. Cam Rubin unfortunately found himself in no man's land with, with 2 Harvard defenders all over him.
Yeah, that's a great job by the Crimson, again, using that center line as another defender. So now a chance here for the Crimson to stop this run by Penn. Ulmer, isolated here against Joyce. Gets pushed away, spins left, Joyce stays with him. Tries near side for Hobbs. Hobbs goal line extended. He's shoved away by Bond. Switch back behind the cage. Back up top now for Ulmer. Ulmer gets free. To the left, goal line extended, no lookout in front. Everything being kept to the outside and to this near side. Hobbs, not much room, moves in, just 14 to shoot. Drops it off, dropped, picked up once again by Ulmer. Tries the far side for the first time in this offensive set. Nice little backup, draws the double, 5 to shoot. Stick check, ball down, taken away by Farrar. He'll move up with speed. Farrar with the fast break, looks back behind him, drops it off, but it gets away towards the far side corner. Looks like Penn will keep it alive though. And so hard, especially with the long stick, to run up like that and throw a pass, as he's a jumping shot, and that's a change-up that goes wide. Again, to throw that pass across while you're charging towards the cage is so difficult. Trying to get through here is Rubin, forced back towards X. Bedard back up top. Penn settles it down again. And up by 2, 9 minutes to go in the third. Jacoby to the near side. A little trouble with it, but Bedard gets free. Throws out in front. Shot, score! Beautiful quick stick goal for Caleb Fernandez. That's his 3rd of the season. And Penn takes a 3-goal lead.
We're watching a different Penn team here in the second half. They came out determined. They are not they're not throwing the ball around. They're not turning it over. They're winning ground balls. They're obviously winning the faceoffs, and they're taking high percentage shots. They're finding teammates that are open. is a much-needed timeout by Harvard to try to stem this this momentum that Penn has generated here in the second half.
So they'll take the timeout. We'll take it as well. It's Penn 7, Harvard 4, and you're watching Penn Lacrosse. At the center X. Now up 7-4 as we are just about midway through this third quarter. Very entertaining contest so far, and again, Penn has really woken up here in the third quarter. As again, it's really been helped by the wonderful work in the face-off X by Jamie Zuzai. He has won 10 of 12 so far in this game, and Harvard needs to find an answer.
He's on a run similar to what he was, the run that he had against Cornell, also at home a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. He played really well in that game, winning at a high percentage. But, you know, Penn is taking better shots. I mean, they're winning this quarter 4-0 because they're putting the shots, they're high to low shots, changing levels.
Big battle at the center X. Basically 50-50 right now. Everyone trying to rake it around, and it's finally found by Zuzai.
Ball is bouncing Penn's way right now. I mean, they're playing with some urgency here in the second half for sure.
Again, up 7-4, looking for more. Nice look to the crease, but just missing. Rubin comes all the way to the near side. It'll go out of play for Harvard possession.
That was a great pass. It was right on Rubin's stick, but Rubin's stick was checked right as it came through by Harvard. So a good play by Harvard to create the change of possession here and for them to get the ball and get on offense.
So Barry will take it over the line and get inside the box. He looks to go goal line extended. But he'll just head back behind the necks. Here for Sam King. King now for Hayden Cheek. And now for Owen Gaffney. Gaffney has a goal in this one, the 5'10", first year out of LA. Going wide now for Joe Dowling, fresh off the bench. Again for Gaffney. Runs his way up, heads to the outside. Look to the crease, but the pass is high, gets away to go out of play, as on the doorstep was Madronic.
Yeah, it's like a flip-flop. This is what Penn was doing in the first half. They'd have open teammates, and they were throwing the ball away. And Harvard just giving a possession right back to Penn here.
Heck, even had Birkinshaw chasing it to the corner as he's extending his defensive work, just like Mullen has been doing and continues to do. Tossed all the way to the far side. Trying to stay with him as the keeper, Mullen. So it's an open cage right now. Now the defensive switch, and Penn will see if they can continue this run. Up top here for Shipley.
Yeah, Penn will drain the clock a little bit here. Well, actually, they got a little mini break coming off the midline, but they'll pull it back. Jack Schultz, that's a smart veteran play right there by Jack Schultz.
And up 3 early in the shot clock. Couple of spin moves. Look to the crease, shot and a save. Beautiful shot there from Gagar going across his body. Gets it right back, fires in another save by Mullen. That one high to high.
First shot was a great shot, but a better save by Mullen. That second shot, not a good shot. Mullen was on that one all the way. So a good defensive possession right there for Harvard. But that 10-man ride, right? I mean, the goalie all the way out of the crease there, one-on-one with Sam Hanley. It was interesting that Penn couldn't create any offense out of that.
Opportunity here for Cheek, but could not step onto it. Looks like there's a little problem with the substitutions midfield-wise for the Quakers.
Harvard's got to get Madronic going, Tom. Pardon me. They just got to get him going. I really think that they've got to run some plays for him, get him open, get his hands free. He is their goal-scoring leader. Let's get him on the board.
They try to hear the double team. Almost a good stick check. As Cheek gets it up ahead. Cradled by King. Trying to spin away. Good couple of stick checks. Ball down. Taken by Penn. And then backhanded away by Brendan Laval.
Nifty little bounce pass there to get it to Birkinshaw. Now Penn can clear. You know, Peter Blake, 41 for Penn, has done a great job on Madronic. I mean, part of the reason he's not getting going, Peter Blake is all over him, not letting him get free, not letting him get open. He's got to be a frustrating day for the Canadian.
Dylan Gagar controls far side. A lot of space to move up here. Bedard tries to drop it off, gets it right back though from Rubin. Tossed wide to the far side. Grabbed there by Schultz as it almost got away. Schultz with it once again. Sweeps to his right, drops it off. Gagar keeps his footing, looks to the crease. Underhand shot and a save. Still controlled here by Penn. Look to the crease again. Jump shot while getting stick check. Goes wide. And it'll go out of play. Backed up by Penn.
Penn's getting a lot of good looks across the crease there with Caleb Fernandez and Dylan Gagar just taking their man across.
Jumping shot. No, he's going to fake it. Then throw it across, but the pass does not connect. Gagar in a double team. Ball down. Skitter's free and controlled now by Bedard.
It's a good matchup for Penn. Sam's got to go right to the goal on the short stick.
Pass across attempted there by Handley. But it's taken right back, though, by Harvard.
That was a long shift for Penn. I think Sam might have been tired there. He is probably staying on here in attack. Looks like he's going off. No, he's back riding for an offense here.
They've only got a few seconds to get to the line, and they can't do it. 20-second violation there against Harvard.
Good ride by Penn. Earned the possession back.
Still 7-4 in favor of Penn. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're leading the quarter 4-0. They've scored the last 5 goals. And patient here are the Penn Quakers. Getting their substitutions one at a time to try to get some matchups. See if they can get a midfielder lost out there. Gabe Fury sweeps to his left. Nice look to the crease. Jumping shot and a save. Robert Shane throws it off the leg of Mullen, but backed up by the Quakers. They'll get a fresh 60 as they take it in from the corner. And Sam Handley puts it right back up top. Shipley.
Yeah, this is a good matchup here. Shipley on a short stick. Look to create.
Moving against O'Berry, who stayed with him pretty well. And the ball movement here from Penn has been very sharp since the halftime break. Fury goes one-on-one. Gets the mini pick. No good roll. Then skipped across. Shot comes in. Scores! An absolute rocket from Dylan Gagar. He gets the hat trick. And it's now 8 for Quakers.
High to low, right? Or sorry, low to high with that shot by Dylan Gagar. That is one of his favorite shots, and I think a lot of goalies know that he likes to go low to high. And you know, Kyle Mullen. I mean, when the goal, you know, when you're changing planes on a goalie, especially low to high, it's hard to keep your hands. Your stick is going to go low when they go low, and then it comes up high on you, and it's hard to track it.
Your body just kind of collapses as a keeper. The trick is to stay high no matter what. Easier said than done. Again, that was an absolute bomb from just about 15 yards out. Face-off still in flux and controlled on the ground ball here from Zusai.
Boy, that's a huge story.
Face-offs are now 12-2. In favor of the Penn Quakers.
He's pitching a shutout here in the third quarter, and you know, it's no.
Oh, collects it, fires, and it goes wide, but backed up by Harvard. It was the pass up ahead for Rubin. He would have been off to the races all alone against the keeper. It's still connected to him, but again, took the shot and missed it. You take the chance. You can probably take that chance up 4. I don't know if you want to, but that goes in. If that goes in, the crowd assembled would have lost their minds.
But it'll go down in a coach's notebook as a bad shot because there's nobody behind to keep possession for you. And again, you know, you're winning this quarter 5-0. You're dominating at the face-off X. You're winning the 50-50 balls. You don't want to give this team any momentum if you're Penn.
2:10 left to go, third quarter. A dominant third quarter. But Harvard trying to get back their own momentum. Back behind here is King. King hopes for a cutter. Nothing good there, so they'll go up top. Gaffney sweeps to his right. The look over here, Botkus Spins it back up top. Gaffney the shot. Save! Big stop by Birkinshaw. He escapes the crease. Tries to move up against this aggressive ride. Tossed up ahead here for Laval. Now that's Ethan Till. Don't see him get over the center line too often. That's a great job. Change things up on the clear. So this aggressive ride that, again, use all 10 out there, you can find yourself lost and free for a pass. Considering how many offsides there have been against Harvard, that's gutsy for Penn to do that. Moving up here is Schultz. Force now for Hanley at X. Back for Schultz. Up now for Gagar. Across now for Fury. Fury sweeping left, fakes the pass, then gets it over. Spinning here is DeJacobi. Over now for Fury. Fury goes to his left, powers through. Goal line extended and back behind. Under a minute to go in the quarter. 25 to shoot. Trying to back his way in. Here is Hanley. Turns and fires. It goes wide, backed up by Harvard.
Nobody behind for Penn, so they give the possession back. So Harvard's going to look for a good shot here and try to go into the quarter only down 3.
40 seconds to work. Oh, big check there. The stick goes flying of Gagar, so he couldn't chase down the ball anyway. Yeager will get over the line. Trying to swim his way free against DeJacobi. Hayden Cheek near side. Looks back at X for King. 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock turned off.
Just watching Peter Blake on Madronic, I mean, he is just all over him.
Definitely very good one-on-one. Up top, Perry gets free, fires, and it's off the outside of the net. So Penn will control, and that'll do it for the third quarter. The crowd here at Franklin Field salutes the Penn Quakers as they win the quarter 5-0. They've pulled away for an 8-4 lead. We'll take a break and come back with fourth quarter action in just a few minutes as you're watching Penn Lacrosse.
Upgrade your home entertainment experience with Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network built for streaming.
Our household is always streaming. At any given moment, we have a show going. We always have music going.
Now get 12 months of the Disney bundle on us and $300 off the Stream TV soundbar with audio designed by Bang & Olufsen.
I like binge watching.
Binge watching,
yeah,
for sure.
I can't deal with waiting from episode to episode, week to week.
Plus, get it all for $89.99 per month.
It's super important that we have the fastest internet.
Only from Verizon.
This is Ego Labs, where technology and innovation create power beyond belief. And this is the Ego Power Plus Z6 riding mower with all the power of gas. To test a truly groundbreaking zero-turn mower, you unleash it on some of the most sacred ground there is. Featuring Ego's patented lithium battery technology, it cuts up to 2 acres on a single charge. That's why Ego is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Yeah, heck of an athlete.
For the fourth quarter, a little calf cramp, maybe the one down.
At the same time, you know, Cornell's in a Cornell. Looks like Cornell's going down to Army. That definitely helps Penn. And then Princeton and Dartmouth was a tight game, you know, earlier when I last checked on it. So, look, yeah, they could look back on that quarter and say, hey, we won the ground balls, we won the face-offs, we won the scoreboard 5-0. But we also didn't turn the ball over as much. You know, they had 7 turnovers in the first quarter. They've only had 7 since then in the last 2 quarters, the second and third. So they're playing better lacrosse right now, Tom.
Opportunity here for another face-off victory, and they get it. So in face-offs in this game, 13-2 is the advantage for the Penn Quakers. Now in some trouble, though, getting over the line is Bedard. Really extending of the defense is Harvard. Ball down. It rides the goal line, or rather the sideline, and here come the Crimson the other way. A possible fast break opportunity. The step up, the shot, and it's wide. Backed up by Birkinshaw. Maybe the one downfall of Penn in the third quarter was they took a couple of shots that were not backed up. This time it was Harvard's turn. As looks like you have an injury on the field. B.J. Farrar is down and seeking treatment.
I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm going to go on a limb and say that's just a cramp. The way that his teammate was stretching his ankle there and his heel, that's usually emblematic of just he needs a little hydration.
Yeah, a little calf cramp, maybe a banana, and he'll be good to go.
The secret pickle juice, right? The old Deuce Staley Philadelphia special pickle juice might be needed.
He's jogging off under his own power, so he's good to go. And again, he's one of the defensive stalwarts of this team, coming into the game with 7 caused turnovers. We've seen him a couple times on that fast break, and it gets even faster with him out running it as well. So he'll be all right, hopefully, and expect Harvard to get that much more aggressive on this ride as that is thrown away and somehow kept alive. At least this will kill seconds, but it's taken over by Harvard. Near side, here's Sam King. King one-on-one against Piper Bond. Bond forces him outside, and King will just go to X. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Penn was down 4-2. They're up 8-4.
Penn does not have a 4th pole on the field here, at least on the defensive side of the field, sorry.
Gaffney, the shot pushed away by Birkinshaw, but backed up by Harvard. Nice look towards the crease. Shot comes in, score. Unable to get the stick down with Birkinshaw as it goes right through his legs. And Harvard ends the run. It's now 8-5.
Looks like Owen Gaffney got his 2nd one of the game there. First-year player, we talked about him out of Los Angeles. A highly ranked recruit coming out of high school, 4-star recruit. Started as a freshman at Loyola High School, scored the game-winning goal in the state championship as a freshman. That's pretty good, right?
That is incredibly good.
Multi-sport athlete, a great athlete. He is a triplet, actually, one of 5. There are 5 boys in the Gaffney family. Saw his mom and dad earlier before the game. Yeah, heck of an athlete. You'll see that kid get better and better over time. He's a heck of an athlete.
Ground ball picked up here by Palazzi. Palazzi to the near side. Shot comes in, that rises high. Flag flies. And let's see who the call will be against. It looks like it is going to go against Harvard.
So I think that was the signal for unnecessary roughness. The ref did it pretty quick there. So it's a 1-minute penalty. Harvard's man down.
And I think that'll be charged to Colin Bergstrom.
Penn is 2 for 4 today on man up. Hanley with 1 and Gagar with the other 1. So 50% on man up is pretty good. Let's see how they do here.
And coming into the game on the season, 45.8%, which is tops in the Ivy League. Yeah, they can trade goals the rest of this game and come up with victory. Certainly want a good possession at very, very least here.
Ben Smith is open on the crease there if they can get it to him. Goalie's right.
Hanley. Gagar back for Hanley, back for Gagar. Had to reach for it, comes across, gets free, fires blocked. That'll go out of play, and it is backed up by Penn, in spite of the dive by Mullen.
Kyle Mullen is a heck of an athlete. I mean, he's what an effort guy, right? I mean, he knows how important this game is. He's running out after everything.
Man up continues. Shot comes in, scores, and a rocket from Sam Hanley. That's his hat-trick goal. It's now 9-5.
And he changed planes just ever so slightly there, right? Stick was up high. He went off hip, opposite stick side. That's as hard a spot for a goalie to get to, and Sam Hanley was able to power it past him. I mean, when he gets his hands free, there's a lot of heat on that shot, right? He's an impressive player, and he is, a big ominous, that stick is up well over 7 feet high in the air when he shoots it, and then he gets it down around 2 feet. That's a minimum of a 5-foot drop between where it's released to where it goes in.
And not only that, yes, he's 15 yards out, but when he releases it, it's probably more like 13 to 12 yards. And again, you just see, as a goalie, you see that coming in, you just kind of freeze and hope it hits you or hope it doesn't hit you. Both are not good.
Jamie Zuzai with another win, but Harvard able to jar the ball loose and get the possession here.
This is important for Harvard. They haven't had a lot of possession in this second half. They've got to take advantage every single time. They're down 4, 12:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Owen Gaffney all the way back up top. Perry spins to his right, not a great angle. O'Berry, Gaffney goes to his left. Thought he was going to move it on Cage. Instead, he tosses it wide and gets it back. Goes to his left. Look towards the crease. Going back from X is Sheik, but no chance to get to the front. 33 seconds to shoot.
All right, Medtronic's got a good matchup. A good shot. He just hit the pipe, but...
And he just got hit as well as flags fly. That'll be tossed away to the far side. Man up for Harvard.
Brendan Lavelle is going to go off on the penalty here. I think he got up too high on that one with his stick. So anytime you get near the shoulder, the refs are probably talking about whether this is a 1 minute or 2 minute penalty right now. I'm going to guess they're going to keep it to 1, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, officials will usually give you the benefit of the doubt if you go shoulder and then it rides off the shoulder into the head. But it looks like it's actually going to be, if it is going to be the 1 minute penalty.
Yeah, I think. All right, big moment here for Harvard. Let's see if they can get Medtronic going. Gaffney playing quarterback up top with the ball right now.
And he's given about a 10-yard cushion. He steps up, trying to shrink the 5.
And I think they're looking for Sam King, number 7, who's working the crease in the middle.
Quick ball movement here from Harvard. Still not allowing King to get it in the crease area. The step-up shot, save! That's swallowed up by Birkinshaw.
B.J. Farrar was kind of baiting Gaffney into that shot. He gave him just enough room, and Gaffney took the shot, and Birkinshaw didn't have a screen or anybody in front of him, was able to see it the whole way.
Oh, nice chop there from Jack Fitzgibbons. Tossed it wide, shotgun and save! On the offhand of Birkinshaw, he reached across and made the stop with no rebound. Now moving up is Shipley. Gets over the line. Oh, stick check from behind as it was almost knocked down cleanly by Martinson. It gets away on the far side. And waiting for the signal, it will stay Penn ball.
Well, I didn't see it that way. I thought that ball was going to Harvard. It looked like it was off a Penn player. The Harvard bench is not happy about that call. A couple coaches into the substitution box trying to get the ear of the nearest ref, but to no avail. Penn ball.
The chant downstairs is Birkinshaw. He's had a monster second half of this game.
Yeah. The supporting cast around him, the defense, I mean, obviously that was a man down and their best pole, Brendan Lavelle, got the penalty, wasn't on the field, but yeah, they've been impressive today. And, you know, and there are other wins. Cornell here a few weeks back, also very impressive. Even in the loss last week against Brown, Birkinshaw was standing on his head quite a bit.
25 to shoot here for Penn. Pass a little bit high for Gagar, so he had to resettle. Over now for Shane. Shane gets free. 14 to shoot. Pass towards the crease. Fury lost it. Ball down, picked right back up. 8 to shoot. From outside, that skips wide, and it will be backed up by Harvard. Yeah, it didn't matter. That was late in the shot clock.
But they were going to get a reset because the goalie, you know, the shot was on goal, was on the goalie. But kind of an unorganized possession there for Penn, but they got a couple of good looks.
Evans takes it over the line. Here for Harvard. Down to 9:18 to go in the fourth. 9-5 in favor of the Quakers. Harvard looking to change something up here. And the only real opportunities they've had in this quarter, and actually the second half, has been when they were man up. Only one goal since the second quarter. Little head fake. Dowling. Dropped over. A little bit of a switch. Look across the near side. Back up top. Botkus can't get free. Harassed the whole way. Tries the shot from the short side and he scores. Just fought through a couple of stick checks and punches it home. And with 8:43 to go in the fourth, it's now 9-6.
I'm really impressed with the freshmen, you know, the first-year players, I should say, pardon me, on this Harvard team. I mean, that whole midfield unit right there, all first-year players, and the player that scored there, 27, Miles Botkus, another California player out of Torrey Pines, into the San Diego area, but you know, it's just impressive to see these younger players contributing. at high-level Division I, you know, here in the Ivy League.
Oh, beautiful move there. Moving into a fast break is Bond. Drops it off, but it gets away. Now towards the crease. The shot comes in, they score! Sam Handley cleans up the garbage for his 4th of the game. And Penn has double digits. They're up by 4.
Yeah, at one end of the field, Harvard has this great possession. You know, Miles Bodkis gets a great goal, closes it to 3, and then Zuzai wins the faceoff, brings it down, and in a little bit of a you know, an unsettled situation, Big Sam is able to put another one past, you know, past Harvard there, back to a 4-goal game.
And that's got to be a heartbreaker again. Harvard, they were leading the quarter at that point when they scored the goal 2-1, thinking, all right, maybe we'll get some momentum here. And right away, just seconds later, they give up a goal on a clean draw victory from Zuzai. This time he loses one cleanly. That's the first clean loss he's had the entire half.
You know, I was just going to say, like, well, why they've got to try something different there at the Faceoff X, and it looked like they, you know, they looked like they may have figured something out there. But just it was interesting to me that, you know, a couple weeks ago when Zuzai was having his run against Cornell, he went through 3 faceoff guys. Petrakis and the 2 backups also came in and were switching on and off.
Another shot's blocked behind the back. That blocked.
Two more blocked shots.
Possession kept, though, by Harvard. Good stick check there by Farrar. Ball down, grabs the ground balls, tries to spin away, but taken right back by Harvard. Madronic goes to the outside. Behind the cage, King swings, wraps it around, and he scores.
That's a goal scorer's goal right there by King. I mean, he was barely a half a step above goal line extended, but extended his arms, extended the stick, created an angle, and did a backhanded bounce shot up into the corner of the goal. That's impressive.
Timeout downstairs, we'll take it as well. Again, it's Penn 10, Harvard 7. Back in a moment, you're watching Penn Lacrosse.
Okay, this is a freezer, not a time capsule. Sometimes the house itself can tell you how a young homeowner is turning into their parents.
Not those 2.
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep.
That there is Progressive's Home Quote Explorer website, where I compared home insurance rates.
We don't need to print the internet. Some are beyond help. I will give you $100 if you can tell me what this is.
Scotch egg.
It's a meatball.
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
We've got a lot of work to do.
To the people who reach into a carton of warm, crispy, golden, perfectly salted McDonald's world-famous fries and return with just one. Who are you, and how do you do that? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Verizon is going ultra with 5G ultra wideband in many more cities, so you can do more. Mindy, with up to 10 times faster speeds, she can download a movie in minutes or a song in seconds.
Yep.
Okay, now let's work off-site. Public Wi-Fi? No thanks. 5G ultra wideband is faster and safer, and so powerful that it's not just for phones. Hello 5G home and business internet. It's time to go ultra with Verizon, America's most reliable 5G network, so you can do more.
Hack your first shave with the Philips One Blade First Shave. Designed to protect your skin against nicks, cuts, and burns. Hack your first shave.
.38 left to go in the 4th quarter. The Penn Quakers leading the Harvard Crimson 10-7. Big timeout there after the goal. Now settle everything down here as we're set up for a real fun finish. A dominant 3rd quarter for the Penn Quakers. They won that quarter 5-0. But Harvard has scored 3 of the 5 goals this quarter and are trying their darndest to get back into this game. We mentioned it during the open and throughout the game. I'm not going to say the loser of this game is going to have a hard time making the tournament, but it's really not going to obviously help their cause if they can.
Just a steeper hill to climb for sure, but
almost given away.
Yeah, this is just a scrum at this point. Whoever gets possession actually gets that face-off win, which is the way the rules go.
That goes out of play, and it's Penn possession.
Peter Blake laying the lumber to check the stick, and it goes off the Harvard player.
Oh, nice move to get free. Harassed from behind, ball down, picked right back up. Tossed to space, but he stepped out of play. And it'll be Harvard possession. High pass across, and good job recovering by Tommy Martinson, because chasing him down was Dylan Gagard.
I think one of the turning points in this game was when Penn changed their strategy with Sam Hanley and left him on the field as an attackman. You know, they started doing it late in the second quarter, probably midway through the second quarter, but he has not come off the field and has been on ever since that point. And I think it opened up some better matchups for their midfielders. You know, it's helped Gabe Fury. He's got a couple today. Gagar's got some different matchups.
King trying to get free, can't do it, pass across. Spun here by Botkus. Botkus ducks, fires, save. It'll go out of play, and crease violation will be Penn ball.
Boy, but Birkinshaw was on that one again. I mean, these guys are going to have, the trip home to Boston for this team, this Harvard team, whether they win or lose, they're going to remember Birkinshaw because he's made an impression.
17 saves on the game so far. Toss towards the empty net, and it's swallowed up. Again, using the keeper, Kyle Mullen, as a fourth defender. But a good job backing up in the crease. A save there, essentially, for a defenseman.
Yeah, the 10-man ride was what Harvard employed there, and it's a great strategy with an athletic goalie like Kyle Mullen. And it was all the rage early in the year. I've started to see some teams adjust to it. Good play right there by Birkinshaw.
That's intercepted again, getting the stick in the passing lane. Those passes a little bit too tight to the crease, so Birkinshaw will essentially quarterback. And now he's getting rushed.
And the 10-man ride is already set up. So the Harvard goal is wide open, and here comes a shot.
From way outside, scores! Peter Blake, his first of the season, from 70 yards out. And it's now 11-7 Quakers.
That's a hype goal for Penn. Anytime a Pole can score, and you can, at midfield, one of the Penn coaches is grabbing, support staff, is grabbing the ball. First career goal for Peter Blake. It's fitting that Peter Blake scores a goal in this game, as well as he's played defensively on the top goal scorer for Harvard, on Madronic. It's fitting he can put that, I want to say, the cherry on top with 5 minutes and 28 seconds left. This game is far from over. Harvard can score goals in bunches, and they've needed to a few times earlier this year, particularly against Boston University, watching them earlier in the year. Midweek games are always tough, and they were able to step up and score some goals when they needed to in that game. Same with the game against Brown, which was another one that they had at home. They're, I believe they're 5-0 at home, 6-0 at home. They're real tough at home. But anyway, that Peter Blake, yeah, that's a huge. He just continues to play, have a fantastic game today against a top quality opponent.
Yeah, always great to see a defender get rewarded for all that hard work, get something on the board as far as a goal is concerned, especially a highlight reel goal like that from distance. Looking forward to both of these teams' schedules. Harvard, it's going to be real tough for them. They'll return home next Saturday at 1 p.m. tilt against Princeton. Penn will hit the road next Saturday against Dartmouth, but right now Harvard is in the middle of what you call the gauntlet. Again, they've got Princeton and they've got Yale to end the regular season, and Yale game is going to be in New Haven, Connecticut on the road. So that's going to be really tough for them to come away with 2 more victories. That may drop them out of the playoff picture, while Penn, and no disrespect to Dartmouth right now sitting at the bottom of the conference, Penn should have at least an easier potential time. They can't look past them, obviously, but with a win here today, if they can hang on, and then Dartmouth next, they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they've got, the front half of their schedule was with Yale and Princeton and Cornell and so they had that in Brown, they had that harder group early, and Harvard's the opposite, they have them later. Princeton was able to squeak out a 2-goal win against Dartmouth earlier today, and Cornell lost 17-10 to Army. Cornell is a really good team. I mean, they're a top 5 team for a reason, but Army has been sort of lurking in the shadows, 10th, 11th, 12th all season, climbing up the polls. I think they started the season just getting votes, but that is a obviously a disciplined team that does not, but they play hard lacrosse, and I think Cornell got a wake-up call today. You know, obviously it's not an Ivy League loss because it's not an Ivy League game, but you know, that one will send some shockwaves around. 17-10, Cornell lost to Army. So.
And you look at some of the non-conference schedules of everyone in the conference. This will be awarded to Harvard on the infraction. Again, you look at Penn's non-conference schedule. Some huge wins against some extremely top-quality opponents, including Duke.
Yeah, and you know, an overtime win against Duke. You know, a last-second win against Penn State at a neutral site. Penn State obviously having a down year. You know, another one-goal win at Villanova. But then, you know, pardon me, not bad, but too tough. Oh.
Nice shot there as Andrew Perry able to sneak in the near side corner for Perry. That's his second of the game and 9th of the season. And we're looking forward, but Penn can't afford to. Again, still in this game, leading this game by 3. But again, in this sport, it can happen that fast.
Yeah, another first-year player from Harvard with a goal today. Another first-year midfielder. And they needed that goal. I mean, we were talking about how this game is far from over. There's still 5 minutes left in this game. It's only It's only a 3-goal game, and Harvard has seemed, you know, the last couple of face-offs, they've either won it from an infraction or they've got the possession here. So
big battle here as using the wing doesn't work. Take it here for Farrar. Now really aggressive in the midfield, trying to spin his way free is Shipley. Flag down towards the cage, back up top, and the fake there. Now Penn has to be smart and settle it down, and they do. And again, B.J. Farrar is hurt, and looks like another cramp. As again, once you lift that leg like that, yeah, that screams of calf cramp.
Yeah, and it's his right leg this time, where with the calf was the left calf the first time. So I think we need Deuce Staley and some pickle juice. I think that's what we need here. I should be getting a laugh out of some people from way back when. That was like what, 99 that happened when he was 120 degrees on the field with humidity in Dallas Stadium, and he had the jar with pickle juice to help with the you know, retaining some salt in his system there. Yeah. B.J. Farrar has been running all over the field. He's had a heck of a game today, and that's the effort that he provides. Like he goes to the limits of his body, and there's obviously proof of it right there.
2 ground balls and a caused turnover, and a couple of basically starts of fast break opportunities with his speed. Last time he had a cramp, he came off jogging. This time he's going to walk it off and settle it down with 4:41 to go in the 4th. And lost in all that. Is Penn going on another man up, which has been formidable in this game so far. They are 3 for 5. And again, you can never say in this sport, next goal to pull it away, because it can happen so quickly. But they can get a nice long possession here, and then at the end of the shot clock or end of the penalty, put a goal up. That'll certainly help the cause, as they'll start on the near side, Dylan Gagar. Hanley back for Gagar, and then back to X. As again, they'll keep it around. They got 2 in the bumper.
Yeah, Cam Rubin in there, but watch, he'll work out like he is now, and they'd like to get him the ball with some time and space and do what he does as a lefty sniper.
Now Harvard down a player and down 3. Expect them to extend a little bit, try to cause a turnover. Skipped all the way across. Shot comes in, that goes wide, but backed up as Gagar tries to go low to high near side.
Great look by Tynan Walsh. So 2 freshmen out here right now for Penn, 24 Ben Smith and 60 Tynan Walsh.
Here's Schultz back up top. Back for Schultz off his stick. Got time to regroup. 40 to shoot. 4 minutes to go in the game. Handley, look to the crease. Turnaround goes wide. But packed up by Penn. Jack Schultz, the senior from Charlottesville, just missed it.
Charlottesville went to Stab, the St. Anne Belfield school. A lot of D1 players coming out of that program.
Oh, looking to tee up, but nothing there. Then look to the crease, and it's intercepted.
Looked like it hit a stick on the way through, and Tynan Walsh Jack Schultz tried to modify it to catch it, but the big goalie stick of Kyle Mullen was there to get in his way and take it away.
Penalty over, so back to full strength it looks like.
All right, let's see the immediacy here from Harvard. Let's see them get the ball and get going.
3:18 left to go. And the Penn Quakers up by 3. Gaffney trying to get free to his left. Madronic forced back, using the long pole perfectly with Blake. Perry trying to get free. He's shoved to the outside. Back behind. King tries to wrap it around, save, and it is backed up by Harvard.
Sam King has got a lot of tricks, you know, getting around the goal, taking those one-handed shots. Another example there. He just missed the cage, but he is a crafty first-year player as well.
And you have to have confidence to pull off moves like that. And a flag flies against Penn. Looks like it'll be a hold. But I don't think Harvard can wait. They're down 3 with 2:30 to go. Botkus looks to the crease, shot save, and it's swallowed up by Birkinshaw. Speaking of Charlottesville, the Virginia transfer has been sharp in this one. That is save number 18 on the game.
BJ Farrar coming on for the man down shift here for Penn.
Piper Bond will be the guilty party. And this is must score essentially for Harvard. They're 1 for 5 on the man up. Down to 2:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Penn up by 3. No help out in front. Bacchus from the angle. Shot saved by Birkinshaw. And he'll run away to the corner. Patrick Birkinshaw.
Even though Bacchus changed levels there, went low to high, Birkinshaw had a clear lane to that, saw it all the way.
Oh, nice spin there by Brendan Laval. Long pass up ahead connects. Fast break opportunity for Penn. But looks like they may settle down as going back behind the Texas Handley. 1:50 left to go. Handley. Here for Gagar. And now for Shipley. Still down a man for the next few seconds. So no rush here from Shipley up by 3. With 90 seconds left to go. Now getting some pressure from Colin Bergstrom.
This is where you want James Shipley with the ball. You know, he's a...
Timeout called. It looks like it's going to be called by Penn. And thought he was in no man's land there. Unfortunately, he actually got free from the double team and had a chance. But again, that's a smart play there from the head coach, Mike Murphy, to just make sure, all right, let's keep possession. They take the timeout. We'll keep it here, though. And again, when we went to the half, it was a 4-3 game in favor of Harvard. Defensive battle. Even the face-offs were back and forth. And I got to say, the key of this game in that third quarter had to be the face-off wins and then really starting to settle down as far as their shot selection is concerned.
Yeah, the face-off wins leads to more possessions for Penn. When they don't turn the ball over as much, they have more, you know, they're keeping the ball longer on those possessions. But, you know, just look at the shots, even the shots on goal, you know, in the third quarter alone, Penn outshot Harvard 14-1. Right, and then with regard to shots on goal, 9-1, just in that third quarter alone. So that was a huge quarter. We talked about it a little bit earlier about how that could be something they look back on, draw some strength from. You know, if they can get through the next minute 23 and get this win. This is a big win in the Ivy League this year. Harvard, obviously, you know, a quality program on the rise, and you know, look, they've got. It doesn't get any easier for them, you know. They've got Princeton and Yale back-to-back after this one for Harvard. So, you know, Penn's got one more Ivy League game left, as we talked about with Dartmouth, and they've played clean, smart lacrosse basically the second half of this game, and you know they've been the better team the second half of this game for sure, and they've separated offensively, and their defense is just solid, Tom. I mean, they're you know, they're like the old 1972 Dolphins no-name defense. You know, Brendan Lavelle's getting some votes for a midseason All-American, which he should totally get and is totally deserved. Birkinshaw is, again, playing very well, seeing the ball very well. And, you know, they've handled, for the most part, they've handled this 10-man ride, which is one of the best in the country because of how athletic Kyle Mullen is getting in and out of the cage to cover defenders. So an impressive second half for Penn.
And they will have possession deep into their offensive third with 31 seconds to shoot, 1:23 to go in the fourth quarter. And yes, they certainly expect the doubling of the balls. It's scooped up by Shipley, and he'll have to find a way to escape this two-man play, pushed to the line, and he stepped out before he got rid of it. So that's good work there from Harvard. Only killed a few seconds. They don't have a lot of time. They'll have to push it up quickly. They will use Mullen on this clear. Long pass up ahead. That's in the sun. That is a tough catch to try to make if you're Harvard, and it's dropped out of bounds by Perry.
I'm going to give the credit to Ben Bedard. I mean, he realized that man had snuck away, and he ran down, and even though he wasn't watching the ball come in, he checked his stick and saw it. There's a turnover by Hanley in transition, so now Harvard will get it back.
Again, they've got to hurry, down by 3. Up top, here's O'Berry. O'Berry goes back behind, and what do we have? It'll be offside, and it'll be Penn possession. Somebody stepped over the line, and that was enough, and that might be enough to kill this game. This is dumped all the way down towards the empty cage, and it bounces high and goes out of play, and that's backed up by Harvard. Up by 3 as a coach, you'll probably accept that. Up by 1, no. But you can take a chance or two if you're up by 3. As here's Yeager trying to get free. He's shoved to the ground. Flags fly. Harvard might be wise to just give up the ball or at least get a very, very quick shot. This shot comes in and a save by Birkinshaw. They only have 17 seconds left to go, and even with that penalty, it's looking dire for Harvard.
Yeah, good coaching by you on that, Tom. That's exactly what Madronic was being told by the sideline. Just shoot it, get it on cage. Let's get the man up and see if we can score a goal, win a face-off, rinse, repeat. Try to win another face-off in the next 17 seconds.
That is pretty much what they are down to. They have no time for anything dainty. Get it at the best angle possible in the next second or two. Fire it to the net and hope. As Dowling has it. Up top. They get the good angle. Goes wide for it. Throw to the crease. Sharp angle. Saved by Birkinshaw. And that will seal it. Down to 5 seconds left. They'll play keep away for the next 3 seconds as the Penn Quakers, they defeat the Harvard Crimson. Final score 11-8. Well, here on Alumni Day, a big performance from the Penn Quakers. As again, they win by 3 after being down 1 at the half. They had a huge third quarter, winning that third quarter 5-0 before, I wouldn't say hanging on, but certainly earning the victory in the fourth quarter. The final score of 11-8.
The game they needed to have, Tom. Penn needed to win that game. It was a game that both teams needed to win, and Penn comes up victorious and lives to fight another day in this tough Ivy League in 2022.
Sam Handley leads the way with 4 goals and an assist, but certainly don't want to forget about the goalkeeping of Patrick Birkinshaw as he made 18 saves in the effort. So Penn improves to 5-4 overall. They're now 2-3 in the Ivy League, while Harvard, they dropped to 7-3 overall and are now 2-2 in conference play. That'll just about do it for us. Next up for Harvard, they'll play Saturday at home, a 1 p.m. tilt against Princeton. Next for Penn, also next Saturday at Dartmouth. And the next home game will be over at Penn Park, and it'll be Tuesday the 26th against St. Joe's. Once again, our final score this afternoon, the Penn Quakers 11, the Harvard Crimson 8. For all of us here at historic Franklin Field in Philadelphia, and my partner Clark Pierce, this is Tom Wilkes saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.